Yo, 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 welcome back to the Mac Music Review Experience. Today we are talking about an AJR song, and the name of that song is...
Yeah, that's right.
That's right. I know this video is a long time coming, but we're finally talking about the new AJR single, The Dumb Song. From a song structure perspective, at first glance, The Dumb Song is not anything special. It looks like it's just your typical A, B, A, B, C, B outro format. You know, verse, chorus, bridge, chorus, and then an outro which just reuses lines from the chorus. It's everything that you've heard and seen a million times before. But then, if you're actually looking at the song structure, it's interesting because the song technically has 4 verses. And each verse, between the first and the second verse, we had this blast of orchestral music and horns and just this cacophony of sounds that AJR is known for, just these big explosions of sound. And you get 2 of those, one in between the first and second verse, and then another one between the third and fourth verse, which really takes what could have been just 2 verses and splits them into 4. This blast of sound splits up these 2 long verses into 2 shorter verses. It's just a cool way of subverting the song structure. It's something that they did on the song 330, and I think it is worth just pointing out when we're analyzing the song. The song is written in second person, and Jack is specifically recanting the words of somebody or paraphrasing the words of somebody who told him that he's just too dumb, that he's a dumb person. And the angle of the song is fairly negative, and something interesting is it sounds like the song is written from the perspective of like his mom, and it's a pretty subtle detail, but at one part in the song, actually the second verse, he says, honey, and they're talking about the words of somebody talking to him, honey, it's no big deal, we'll get you back to college, you can study something real. So this feels like a parent who doesn't necessarily approve of his career decision, which was being an artist, being a musician, which of course for AJR did not go very well for a long time, and now they're just massive. So I think that's the perspective of this song, which is interesting. All these words are coming from his mother and maybe other people in his life that told him he's kind of dumb. The song mostly looks at the negative aspects of being dumb, and I don't know how much sarcasm or irony is being casted because it also looks at a positive thing. One aspect of being dumb is he said, oh, I'm an empty-headed person, and so I don't know how to break up with people. And like, I'll probably just text you, that's enough. And that's how empty-headed people get their stuff done. But then near the end, the last verse of the song that is not, part of the chorus, the 4th verse of the song, he says, your world is ending soon. Mine's a little better because I never watched the news. That's the only positive aspect of this that he says about being dumb or being empty-headed. However you want to define dumb. Not necessarily intelligence, but maybe blissful ignorance. In this aspect, it is blissful because he's like, and I kind of relate to this even because it's like, oh, I don't, I'm not living in this ruthless negativity that I see some people like maybe my parents living in because they're only consuming like tons of news all the time. And I'm like just kind of free from that. And so I'm not grumbling about it and being upset about the news and stuff. It's an interesting positive aspect to a song which lyrically, besides that, is fairly negative. The production and music of this song hits you right in the face just immediately with these vocals, these crescendo like vocals with these guitars that sound like they're ripped like straight off of like the Harry Styles album, kind of like As It Was style guitars, and some really fast drumming. It's a lot of different stuff going on musically, and it hits you just absolutely immediately right when the song starts with all of that. The music is very upbeat, and like I was talking about earlier, the big blast of noise that you hear in between the first and second verse and then the third and fourth verse is led by some trumpets, some beautiful brass instrumentation. AJR loves bringing in those trumpets which is an instrument that most artists will never touch, and they sound really nice on this song. They just really contribute to the upbeat energy The chorus is split between two different musical sides, two musical aspects. The first half of this hook, which is pretty slow, they introduce some quirky sound effects, and the second half, which calls back to that blast of music that you get in between the verses and right at the beginning of the song. That just really upbeat, high energy, the group vocals, the background vocals while he's singing, it all just comes together in a really beautiful and satisfying way that's just kind of just a lot, but a lot in the best way possible. After the second chorus, you get to the bridge, which is this breakdown. You know, AJR loves their quirky breakdowns, which starts off with this quirky da 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 da. It's kind of like a remix of the music that we've heard throughout the song. But then you get to the second half of that bridge after this little girl's voice says something. If you want the behind the scenes for how they like made the song, you get some of that stuff in the music video, which is pretty cool. I'll link that in the description because it is a cool video. But and then of course the background vocals just can like echoing the sound of the music but with the human voice. I'm a sucker for the use of the human voice as an instrument, so I'm really loving that. And you're getting more of the same for that last chorus and outro. I think it's pretty clear through my analysis portion of this review of this video, but I actually really like this song. Just briefly, I want to touch on the singles, I Won't and The DJ Is Crying for Help. I think both of these songs are fine. I think I Won't kind of is lost under the weight of its ego and like it trying to be. It's very, very similar to not Weak. It's very similar to Bang in that it's like this anti-party anthem that is also supposed to be kind of a party anthem in the same way kind of like Weak, where it's, you know, it's trying to be kind of ironic, but it also is what it's trying to make fun of at the same time. And I just think musically it's much better than Bang, so I like it more than Bang. DJ Is Crying for Help I think is musically very good, but some of the lyrics and the social commentary are a little bit off. AJR has been off in the past when doing social commentary, and I think they're biting off a little more than they can chew. But the song has a really neat chorus and actually sounds really cool with a cool music video. But this song, I can say, no qualms. I really like it. It's a great song. I mean, just really great music. The lyrics are solid too, but I just mean like musically speaking, the song just sounds so pleasant. Sounds so good. It is AJR doing their thing, but in a way that sounds really accessible to me. Like this sounds like something that you can vibe with even if you're not really an AJR fan, but they're also just doing their AJR thing. It's a weird middle ground that they've seemed to have reached with the Dumb Song. But I was not like super hyped for this song. I wasn't expecting it to be that great, given that I'm not crazy about the other singles, I Won't and The DJ Is Crying for Help. But this is a great song. Like, I really like this one. And I really hope you like it too. Let me know your thoughts, not only on the Dumb Song, but on the other singles. Are you messing with I Won't? Are you vibing with The DJ Is Crying for Help? Do you like those songs more than me? Do you like those songs less? What are your thoughts on the Dumb Song? What are your thoughts on AJR? Are you hyped for the new album? I'm hyped now. Because of the Dumb Song, I am excited for the new album. I can safely say this is a great single. Thanks for watching the video. Have a great rest of your day.